What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy, Sean Rock Tutter, aka Lil Nicky, represent MandatoryThrive HGBM, because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive, and I'm back again with another video. And in this video, I'm going to continue on my observations of bodyweight training series, and I'm going to now dive into the pulling movements, upper body pulling movements. Some of the best upper body pulling movements, why I believe they're the best, and then I'm going to make my final pick on the pulling movement that I essentially feel is the most optimal or the most complete pulling movement that you can do. So right off bat, there's three essential pulling movements that come to mind for me when I think of bodyweight training. The first will be the standard overhand grip, shoulder width or a little wider pull up. That's like the standard holy grail of not only calisthenics but bodybuilding, powerlifting. This pull is really the standard for the majority of back training, whether your back training is strength focused, aesthetic focus, size focus. It doesn't matter what type of focus that you're focused on, you need to be doing this pull-up. This pull-up focuses a lot, puts a lot of emphasis on the latissimus dorsi as well as the biceps, which all of these pulls will do, but this one directly, gives you that wide V-taper back. It definitely, the overhand grip definitely puts more emphasis on the back than the biceps. And then the second pull-up, which is the chin-up, which is the underhand grip, right? We're going to go with close grip with this one. This one is a great pulling movement. It emphasizes on the back as well, but this one puts a bigger emphasis, in my opinion, on the biceps, right? And the core as well. So with this one, you're going to get a little bit more, you're going to get a little bit of all three with both movements, but with this one, you're going to get a much more focus on the biceps and the core. So that's the second one. The third one is variations of a row. Now this is a horizontal pull. The two pulls I just mentioned were vertical pulls. Rows, these are going to put much more emphasis, in my opinion, on the upper back, right? Like the rear delts, the traps, still the back, lower back and stuff like that, but it's going to emphasize much more on the top of the back, right? Rows are really good, and the rows will also include the hamstrings and glutes a lot more. Really, if you're doing pull-ups and chin-ups correctly, all of these movements will add a little bit of stress to the hamstring and glutes. But with the rowing movement, it's going to do it a lot more because you have to stabilize yourself, similar to like what I was talking about with the push-ups. Like the push-ups does work the quads and the hamstrings simply because you utilizing those muscles to stabilize yourself with the horizontal push. Same thing with the horizontal pull. You're going to be utilizing your quads and your hamstrings, right, to stabilize yourself. Particularly with the pulls, you're going to be using your hamstrings a lot more. So I want to talk about which movement that I feel is the best all-around pulling movement. To me, the best all-around pulling movement will be a L-sit chin-up. Not close grip, maybe like shoulder width grip. The reason why I choose this one is because I feel like this will pretty much cover all the bases compared to maybe like the overhand grip pull up, and a row. I feel like if you do standard shoulder width right here, L-sit chin up, this is going to emphasize on the back, the lats, upper and lower. It's going to emphasize on the shoulders. I mean, not the shoulders, the biceps. And it's definitely going to work the core, you know. So it covers all the bases. It kind of does with the close grip chin up and the wide grip or standard shoulder width overhand pull up is doing. It's doing all of that, right? So if you can't do a complete lockout L sit, then I would say do a knee raise L sit, where it's kind of like you're still doing a L sit, but your knees tucked L sit, right? So you're still doing the chin up like this, but with your knees tucked. This is, to me, this is probably the most one of the most dopest pulling movements. Now I will say that I think a 360 pull would be better, but 360 pulls are like really advanced, and they're not really popular in calisthenics per se. They're more popular in gymnastics, so that's the reason why I didn't do that. And like I said, because I'm utilizing, this isn't the most advanced versions of this series. Like, this is like the most intermediate or basic. Like on the pushing movements, I believe the push-up is essential, because you can change it into a horizontal and a vertical very quickly. The reason why I chose the chin up, L-sit chin up, is because you're not changing it to a horizontal vertical, but you're getting a little, just the way that you're pulling, you're kind of getting a little bit of horizontal and still getting a lot of vertical, and it's going to give you, like I said, the most complete full package of them all in that pull. So if you're not doing L-sit chin-ups or knee tuck chin-ups in your routine, man, I suggest you add them. It don't matter if you're doing bodybuilder, it don't matter if you're doing calisthenics, gymnastics, powerlifting, CrossFit, general fitness, whatever niche that you're in, you should be including some knee tuck or L-sit chin-ups in your routine, because not only is this going to impact your aesthetics, it's going to impact your strength, and it's going to make your biceps look great, make your core strong and hard, and it's definitely going to put some width and some mass and some of that good V taper on that back. So, man, include this in your routine. If you don't, I'll be back. My next conversation, I'll be talking about leg training, what I believe to be the best leg training at the intermediate version. And I'm just going to keep busting down different movements. So right now we have pretty much a push-up, which I would say like maybe my main one that I would pick is like a dive bomber or a decline, a decline diamond push-up, and then L-sit chin-up. So that's where we're at in the routine. So decline diamond push-up, L-sit chin up, shoulder width grip. Holla at y'all in a minute. Remember, dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock to the, aka Lil Nicky. Salute to everybody out there, gang.